Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name's Lindsay if you're new, but okay, today I am really excited for this video. I feel like you are gonna really like it. It's something super fun and trendy, and let's just get into it. So I saw this pair of pants on Pinterest probably like 2 years ago, and I really just liked it a lot. I didn't know what I liked about it, but I just really liked those pants. Anyway, then I saw Lainey Ozark. This video is totally inspired by her. She is the queen of DIYs and thrift flips. She's so cool and awesome, and she seems so sweet. So I really love her videos, and she made a video about transferring images onto pants. And I was like, oh my god, finally something that makes sense. I don't know, I never really thought to use, I guess you could use like photo transfer paper if you wanted, but like you don't always have a printer available that will like take that in. So instead I thought that I would try her method out, and she consulted like these crafty people from like a TV show, and I'm gonna link the video below that she also used that I looked at to kind of make sure I was doing it right as well. And we are basically gonna be making these image pants. So I'll put a bunch of like inspo pictures here, but I am just so excited to like create my own like personalized image pants, and it seems to be really easy. So we are gonna do it together. So there's a few things you'll need. Obviously you'll need your pair of pants, and then you're going to need, so I went to the store to look for Mod Podge, and basically this is a special type of Mod Podge that is called Photo Transfer Medium. So this is what you need. I guess photo transfer makes sense. So I got 2 bottles of that just in case. And then I also got this little spongy thing to like brush the Mod Podge on basically. And then I also got these little 2 spongy things that we'll need later. All right, and then the last thing you'll need is photos. So I was looking at the comments on Lainey's video, and someone said you won't be able to wash it if you use like normal just inkjet like ink. They said you have to use like laser printing ink, and I was like, okay. So then I researched my printer. It's definitely not laser ink, and whatever. And then I was trying to figure it out on like Staples website, but I couldn't like figure out how to order it. So I just went in with like my USB stick, and I was going to show them all the photos, but instead they said that all of their printers were laser ink, so I could just print them right then and there. It was like $7 to print like all of these photos. Like I printed like 17 pages, and they all have like more than one photo on it. So I have all my photos here. I'm so excited. It was really fun actually curating my photos, because I wanted to make sure they all, like personally for me, I wanted to make sure they all the colors like coordinated and everything. And it was kind of fun because I feel like these pair of pants are just going to be like a mood board that I'm creating, or like an inspo board. But anyway, that is that. So those are all the things you need. And then both of like Lainey and the craft website used a cutting board to when they were like putting the Mod Podge on, but I just figured that that might wreck a cutting board, so I'm just going to use like a brown paper bag and then recycle or get rid of the brown paper bag after, just to like reduce the cleanup. So yeah, so basically that is all of the stuff you'll need. I'm so excited, and let's see how my pants turn out. Oh, also really quick, here are the pants beforehand. They're just a white pair of thrifted pants that I got. I just realized I don't know why. I mean, I tried them back on and I really like them, but I just don't think I'm a white jeans girl. But these pants fit so well, and I love the cut of them. So I'm really excited to turn them into this like trendy pair of pants, since they already are so cute. So definitely go to your thrift store to find pants, or if you have like an old pair of jeans or pants that you do not wear anymore, then here is a perfect way to spice it up. All right, let's get into it.
Alright, so the first thing you want to do obviously is cut out all of your images. So you want to make sure that when you cut them out, they are exactly how you want them on your pants. So if you leave like a white border, the white border will show on your pants. So making sure that you are cutting it out exactly how you want it, that your lines are straight, your edges are straight, and everything like that.
Okay, so here are all of the images. I cut them out, and one thing that is really important to remember that I totally forgot to do is if you have like words that you want to do, you have to flip the image because when you put it down, then when I take it off, it'll be backwards. So I'm gonna have to go through a few of them only that have words and take them out. But other than that, here are all the photos, and I'm just so excited for all the colors to be on the jeans. So I'll take out the photos with the text, and then I'm gonna lay my jeans out and kind of plan where I want the photos, and then we'll go to the next step.
So when I'm planning out my photos, I like to lay them exactly where I want them on the jeans so that I know how it's gonna look, and then that way I can kind of also plan the colors. So that is what I do and works for me. I like to definitely plan it out ahead of time before I glue anything down permanently.
Okay, so here is what the front is gonna look like. It's a bit more neutral colors. I'm super excited. And then I saved these ones, which are a bit more purpley pink for the back. That is kind of the idea. I kind of got rid of those ones because those ones had the writing and whatever, but I'm really excited. So we're gonna start with the front. I really hope this turns out because it's so cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna start putting this on and let's get to it. So I'll do a voiceover as I'm doing it. Here we go.
Okay, so this is the part where we're gluing it down. So I take the photo transfer Mod Podge and I just place a bunch of it. I even used more than this initial like squirt, and I just placed a bunch of it on the photo. And then basically you want to spread out all of the Mod Podge pretty thick. I think that the video I watched said that you want like a 1/16 of an inch. So basically you want it so you can't see the image through it. So you want like an opaque layer over top of the image. So then spread all that out until you have that, and just keep adding Mod Podge if you need to. And then once your image is covered really well, you're gonna lift it up. So you wanna try to not touch where the Mod Podge is and try to lift it up by the edges and like get underneath of it. And then you're gonna place it on the jeans how you want it. And then I just wanted to like push down the whole image to make sure all of it was touching the pants really well and that it was secured onto the pants. All right, and then just keep doing that with the rest of your images. So making sure it's a nice thick layer, placing it on. I found a trick as I was doing it when I placed it on is kind of lining up one of the edges exactly how I want it and kind of laying it down, if that makes sense. You can kind of see it in the video. And then that way I found I had more control of laying it down without touching the Mod Podge.
Okay, so this is all done for the front. Now I am gonna let it just like not dry because it has to dry for a while, but I'm just gonna let it kind of dry a bit more, and then I will flip them over and we will do the back side. All right. Okay, so I let this side dry for like over an hour. I don't know, we'll see. So now it's just like dry so that when I turn it over, it wouldn't like slip or slide. So it seems pretty dry. So we're gonna turn it over. Okay, and now I'm gonna start designing the back. So here's all the photos. So I'm just gonna start placing it and figuring out where I want it. Okay, so here is what I decided for the back, I think. I'm trying to keep the colors good, and I think that this worked out. So this one actually is gonna be flipped over like this, if that makes sense. Like this will be here, just like how we knew like everything needed to be flipped. So what I'm gonna do is actually turn this over and trace this out and then cut that chunk out so that the photo will kind of be like around the pocket, if that makes sense. So I think that will look really cute. So I'm gonna do that. So yeah, let me show you how I do this, and then we will get to Mod Podging the rest.
Okay, so this is super simple and easy. You can definitely do it. So I just flipped the image around and kind of drew a line where I knew that that like wall piece was to cut out. And then that way I knew where to place it on the pants. And then once it was in place, I just took my pencil and literally drew along like where the pocket was, because it kind of like is out. So then you can just easily draw that border. And then once you have the border drawn, literally just cut that little piece out. And now you have your little cutout piece. Easy peasy. All right, and then now I am just Mod Podging the back. Again, same type of thing as before. Just making that thick layer and laying it on.
Okay, so the back is now done, and so I'm just gonna let it dry like this overnight. So we have to wait 24 hours to let this all sit in. So I will be showing you after 24 hours what to do next. So see you soon.
All right, so it was actually like 36 hours because I think I finished those pants at like 11 p.m. So I waited until like 2 days later in like the afternoon. So that was that. So basically what we have to do now is wet the images to scrub them off. So I decided to put some tea towels in between the pants all the way through so that I wouldn't wet the images on the other side. I thought that would help just in case. So then you basically just squeeze, you just put the sponge in water and kind of squeeze it out. Make sure you have a decent amount of water. I actually found that a good amount of water was totally fine. I didn't need to squeeze it out so much. It actually helped take the image off better. So yeah, so you just put the water on the images, get it all wet. And then you want to wait 2 minutes before you start scrubbing the image off. Okay, so once the 2 minutes is up, then you can just take your sponge, squeeze it out a bit, and then you just basically start scrubbing the image off. So you don't want to scrub too hard, and I actually found that when I scrubbed in circular motions, it was a lot better because it just took it off a lot easier. But yeah, I'm like so excited because it actually worked. So basically I just kept scrubbing it off all the way.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this worked. I'm so happy. I'm gonna keep going on the rest of them. Wow.
Alright, so I just wanted to show you up close because it looks so fun. But yeah, you just scrub in the circular motion. Sometimes if I scrub too hard, it would take like the image off a little bit. So just making sure to be careful when you're doing it. But yeah, so sometimes it like leaves a very thin amount of paper, and I just kind of went back and like took it off when the paper dried a bit more. But yeah, just keep on going until all of the images are off. Alright, so here is a close-up of the pants of the images, and as you can see, I think it turned out really well. So yeah, some of them have a little bit of that white because it kind of scrubbed off a bit, but I actually don't mind it. So those are the pants. I'm so excited.
Okay, so I finished the pants, and honestly, I think that they look really cool. The colors are very vibrant. So I think it turned out really good. So the only thing that I did notice is the images kind of did come off a bit as I was circulating with the sponge, but basically I don't actually mind it too much because it kind of gives it a vintage feel, and honestly this is such a cheaper way than like trying to buy transfer paper and the proper ink for all of that. So I think that it's pretty worth it, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. So these are just gonna dry because they're a bit wet from just taking all the stuff off, and then I will try it on for you. So yeah, let's style it. So much for watching, and I'm really happy with how the pants turned out. I think they turned out really well, so that is awesome. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you soon. Bye.